Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Got my suspension back from Thermosman. Looks pretty good. Gonna get it back in the bike. So what we did is rebuilt the forks, new bushings, new seals, new fluid, tested the springs, everything looked good. Also got the rear shock serviced, which was, it needed it. Yeah, I know in a previous video I talked about putting the K-Tech shock in, and I think for this time around I'm just gonna go put the Penske back in and run with it for a little bit. So let's get to it. .8 still need a little bit more. 21.4, perfect. All right, torque. We're at 17 foot-pounds. Just alternating back and forth, not to put any stress on the casting here. There you go. 17. Marker. Some people ask what this is. It's just a torque marker. It's a little, I think it's silicone, but you can mark it on the interface of the fastener like that. I do it on the edge. That way you can, it does two things. One is a little visual indicator that you torqued it, and two, if you get it in between the two surfaces, you can tell if it's moved. So like a rotation indicator. All right, let's get the top one at 19 foot-pounds. There you go, 19 foot-pounds. Okay. Next thing I want to do is put the front axle through. Since the forks came out, the business end down at the bottom needs some alignment. Probably they're not indexed or clocked internally to the forks or anything. So I'll take that axle, put it through, and then make sure that the bottom end there is in alignment, and then we can put the wheel and tire back on and get going. Okay. I've mentioned these race bolts before. They're titanium and they're pre-drilled for safety wire, and I really like them. They're good value. Caliper bolts, they get torqued to 25 foot-pounds. All right. And this time around I'm going to put some safety pins through it and wire that, so you can remove them a little bit easier. You don't have to cut the wire every single time. So for, I guess, demonstration purposes, let's do it to this side while we're set up. picked up this cool little set of safety pins, safety clips from Curvy Girl. There's a bunch of various size ones that you can use, and not very expensive, which is great. So if you're interested in that, you can probably find them on their website. And then that's the basic safety wire. It's the little things, like the way they packaged the safety pins is just nice. It's not all just thrown in a bag. It was organized nicely on a larger pin. Pitbull does that. When you order stands from them, and they're quite large to ship, all of their packaging, they'll have a little tab of tape ready to peel off. So like, when you fold the tape back on itself, it's like little details like that go a long way with customers, in my opinion. So lock it down and just start twisting. Okay, and then I'll back it up to here and put it in. Yeah, it looks good. Okay, same as before. Clamp it down. Looks good. Release it. Trim. And we'll make a little pigtail curly cute. Try not to snag anything, right? Okay. Job done. Looks good. It's time now to move on to the rear. I'm going to put the rear shock back in and torqued up. There's a few things I need to do before shaking it down on the road here, making sure everything is going straight. So let's have a look at this rear shock. And we'll mark that just like all the others. For the lower bolt, you need a short 14mm wrench. It's easiest, and on the far side, just a standard 17mm wrench. Good, good and tight. And we'll mark that. Alright, well that concludes putting the forks back on the bike, a rear shock back on the bike. I can take that stand out of the back. It's starting to rain a little bit, so we're going to wrap it up here. And I'll be back to complete the rest of the bike. We're going to put it all back together. I'm going to do new handlebars, new fairings. Tank's still the same, it's dented, but a little few odds and ends that we got to do. But for now, that does it. I'll see you on the next one.